Hi guys, my name is Lindo. Have you seen how grade 12 learners get frustrated when they found out that they've passed but they did not apply to any university? So during my university holidays, I went back to my high school to kind of try to solve that problem. Let's see how it goes. Hi guys, yes, I am at school. So the plan was that I want to help these learners to apply. The reason why I decided to do this is because every year in January when the matric results come, these learners, they don't apply on time, right? So come January, somebody has passed and they did not apply to any higher institution of learning. Now they become so desperate to get into a university or a college, and then at the end they become victims of this bogus institution. So I was just tired of that, so I decided to go to my high school. You can say it's JJ Technical High School. Decided to come here, and then I made a form like this with the basic information that I need from them, and they have to write at least 5 courses that they want to study for. Then I collected the information. You can see that okay, some of them have not submitted yet, but here, so these are the papers with the information of the learners and the documents required, their grade 11 report, their ID copies, parents ID copy. Then I'll be applying for them manually, one by one, all of them. I'm not sure how many applications I will do. It depends on how many learners will submit. So yes, this is what I'm doing. Hopefully by the end of September, before they close actually. I chose TUT and VUT because I know that most of them they will qualify there because they have higher certificate in some things, diploma in something, and then the requirements are not so heavy like the ones in these big universities like VETs and stuff like that. Okay, I'm not saying they are dumb or anything. I just know, I'm just being practical. I just know how they perform. I know their average performance, that they're not so terrible learners and they're not so extraordinary. They are just fine. They will qualify in those. So hopefully all of them who get to be accepted next year, they will go to a higher institution of learning, and I'm pretty sure maybe this will also help them to be motivated and to study hard because they've now applied, they have a student number, stuff like that. Okay, talking about how important an email address is, a correct email address is. So I have to just take some of the papers, like this bunch of papers, and back to the class, and so that I can ask them to verify to make sure this email is correct, because to me they don't look so correct because I'm looking at their names and I'm looking at the email addresses. So there's kind of a mismatch. Their name is Surprise without R, but then on their email it's Surprise with R. So I just want to make sure that on the email there is an R. So yes, we don't want the important communication from the university to be sent to wrong people. Okay, so yeah, that is what I have to do to confirm their contact details, especially the email address. Yes, especially the email address. Other than that, everything else looks so fine. Yeah, but I'm just glad that some of them, they did the research about courses available. Yeah, it shows that they are really serious, and I do hope God will help them to pass. I'm hoping they'll put in the effort to study harder and pass. This is the stuff from Sako Skolong Sak. It's not really the stuff from the general office. Yes, some of the teachers, they stay in here. So yeah, off to class. Yes, I am back. So yeah, it's time that I continue doing the applications. So far I think I did 3 of them, so I have to continue and do all of them. So back to Joburg. Joburg is so noisy, like pity. It was so good to be home, peaceful, quiet, trees, just to bond with nature. not this thing that is happening in Joburg. But then anyway, this is the life it chose, right? Or maybe it chose us. Anyway. So I'm doing these applications right now. So bit by bit, I will get there. I couldn't get all the documents and the forms from the learners whilst I was still at home. They had to be sent to me via PEP, but yeah, it all went out perfectly. I received the papers and ready to move. For now, seems like things are going so good, but the problem is that, you know, the second batch that came, I must be done with it by, I should be done with it by now. But the problem is that I think I've got 5 learners, of which 2 of them, they told me that, okay, 2 of them, you see the form that I gave them, they did not write their email addresses. I'm not sure. 2 learners, they did not write their email addresses. 1 learner already has a student number at TUT, of which I told them to give me their login details so that I can look into the application and see what documents are missing. But then if that is the case, I think I am going to apply for him at VUT, since TUT, they already have a student number. Then another case was that 1 learner only submitted their ID copy and their mother's ID copy, nothing else, no grade 11 results, no the form that I gave them. She did not submit it, she just sent. Obviously, if I was the one collecting the papers at school, I was not going to accept it, but it was because it was someone else collecting the papers. Probably they were not aware that what is really needed. They were just taking what the learners were giving them. So, and then another learner is that the documents that she sent, they are too blurry. I cannot see anything. I cannot see the marks for grade 11. I cannot see anything on the ID copy. I can see that's an ID copy, but then nothing is visible. So and then if that is the case, I won't be able to do that application because I need to see the grade 11 marks for me to be able to apply. So if that's the case, I just have to wait for them. So those 5 cases, I'm just waiting to fix them. But if I did not have any troubles with the missing information, I had to pause because of the missing information of some of these learners. But then, yeah, it's looking good. It is looking good. It's definitely looking good, and I'm proud. This has to be my biggest achievement thus far. If ever I go to any interview, they tell me about what's your biggest achievement, I'll tell them that, you know, I applied for like 40 something learners from my school. That's my biggest achievement. I'm just hoping that they'll also pass the kindness forward and they'll just do the same thing next year. I'm hoping that somebody will pitch up and say, you know what, this year, Linda, let me help you. You can take half, I'll take half, like that, hopefully. It is an exciting day because I did all the applications, all of them. Some of them, I'll put them there on the table because they're heavy. But I am done. I did 47 applications. Only 1 application, I didn't submit 1 application because the learner kind of refused to give me her report and other details. I did try contacting her several times. But anyway, for those 47 learners who gave me their documents, who trusted me with their documents, well, thank you so much. Well, I wasn't doing it for myself, but then I was doing it for you. But then thank you so much for making it so easier. It was tough because some learners, they gave me wrong emails and I've submitted the applications. I had to find a way to fix those emails, like contacting the institution. Some of them, some of them didn't have emails. We have to work around that, using somebody's email, stuff like that, creating new emails for them. But then at the end, it was successful. Yay! So we're done. And yes, mission accomplished. It has been like weeks and weeks of working, but then, well, we're done. Hopefully next year God will give me the same strength to do the same thing. I did TUT and VUT for them. I was just making them to choose between those two institutions because well, they are likely to get accepted there. So, and speaking of application, yes, some of them, they are paying applications. Out of those 47 learners that I've applied for, so far about 5 of them have paid their application fee. So, but then bit by bit, they are paying, because I do remind them that you need to pay your application fee, because they can reject you because you did not pay the application fee. So, kudos to you, and thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you can do some good also. Maybe we can do a thing or two. You don't have to apply for the whole school. Maybe you can just have 5 or 3 of them, help them to apply. It goes a long way. Just a bit of kindness, right? It goes a long way. And thank you so much for watching. On my side, I am done. Yay!